Good morning. Welcome to Audio Spirit channels. This is today I'm going to finish this citizenship of this polity chapter, polity for IAS. So please stay tuned. And if you didn't study that part 1 and part 2 of this video, please go through part 1 and part 2, then switch to this part 3 of the citizenship, Indian polity for IAS. Right, in this I'm going to finish this chapter, this laws of citizenship, and each and every point I'm going to discuss in detail, and one more part will come in this for citizenship, that last part of the any chapters that I will try to revise entire things. I will try to give summary of all things whatever we discussed in all three parts. Okay, please stay tuned. So the thing is that this topic is loss of citizenship. How any persons that can lose their citizenship, that they have given. First one, by renunciations. Any citizen can lose their citizenship by terminations. And third one, that nothing but by deprivations. Right? So each and everything need to study in detail, right? How any persons can lose their citizenship as prescribed under Citizenship Act 1955, right? Citizenship Act 1955 deals with this, losing citizenship. What are the different ways? How many ways? Three ways of losing citizenship, whether acquired under act or prior to the under of that, nothing but Citizenship Act, or prior to under its constitutions, via renunciation, termination and deprivations. How any persons can lose their citizenship? Three ways of losing citizenship of India. What are those three ways? First one, that nothing but renunciation. Second, termination. Third, deprivations, right? So by renunciations, that we need to understand what's given. How by renunciation any persons can lose their citizenship of India. So whomsoever having citizenship of India, right, of full age and capacity, can make a declaration renouncing his Indian citizenship. Upon the registration of that declaration, that person ceases to be a citizenship of India. However, if such a declaration is made during a war in which India is engaged, its registration shall be withheld by the central government. Further, when a person renounces his Indian citizenship, every minor child of that person also loses Indian citizenship. However, that when such a child attains the age of 18, he may resume Indian citizenship. By reading this whole paragraph, what are key points given here? That by renunciations, if any person wants to, any person willing to lose their citizenship, right? But the thing, suddenly that war started taking place in India, so I think the central government is having full power to that withheld their declaration of losing of citizenship. But if central government allowed to lose their citizenship by renunciations, means if he is having in their son, daughters, their offsprings, so they are also forced to lose their citizenship. But if their children exceeds or reached the age of 18 or exceeds 18, so what thing going to happen? That nothing but definitely that by renunciations they can resume their Indian citizenship, right? By terminations. Second point, by termination, when an Indian citizen voluntarily, consciously, knowingly, voluntarily means consciously, knowingly, and without duress, or they have given undue influence or compulsion, that is, these things are known as voluntary. Voluntary means that consciously, knowingly, without duress, undue influence or compulsion, they acquired citizenship of another country. His Indian citizenship automatically get cancelled, right? Actually, each and every, there is worldwide network of citizenship also, right? Suppose you are going to apply citizenship of USA, right? So first they will inquire that what the person is going to get citizenship of USA is having citizenship of any country. If they will say it's India, then first they will terminate the citizenship and then they will give a citizenship of another country. Each and every country is having their procedures, right? So you need to go through their constitutions. But Indian constitution says that if any persons get citizenship of another country, any country, then definitely voluntarily he is going to lose their citizenship. Voluntarily he is going to lose their citizenship by the what? Termination. By termination. This provisions does not apply during war. Okay, by termination. This is very important. During war, this provision does not apply. Obviously, during war, we need more people to fight in favor of our country, right? So definitely during war, that Indian government, central government will try to so that I am having more populations. So if I am going to if they will terminate, means population will get decreased, right? So during population, by termination does not follow. So in exam they can ask during war by which loss of citizenship, by which way loss of citizenship is not possible, that by termination, right? Next, third one. This third one they are talking about that by deprivation, that nothing but it is compulsory. It is compulsory termination of citizenship. That citizenship by central government. Citizen has obtained citizenship by fraud. If somebody is getting Indian citizenship by fraud, means automatically they need to lose their citizenship, right? By deprivation, if citizenship has shown disloyalty to the Constitution of India. If any person disloyal to Indian Constitution, means they are forced to lose their Indian citizenship by what? Disloyalty. That by what? Deprivations. And if any person, citizen, have unlawfully traded or communicated with the enemy during war. Suppose India Pakistan, that war is going on, right? Any person that what? Any person is having phone contact with Pakistan, and suppose he started sending Indian secret information to Pakistani forces. So what going to happen? It's compulsory to that nothing but lose the citizenship of India. That time, means central government will forcefully terminate their what? Citizenship by which way? By deprivation. The citizen has within 5 years after registrations or naturalizations been imprisoned in any country for 2 years. Citizen has within 5 years after registrations, suppose from other country, if anybody is coming to India and staying in India for 5 years, okay, 5 years after registration, right? 5 years after registration or naturalizations, only need to stay for 5 years, and in between that 5 years, suppose he got arrested, right? So what going to happen, right? Definitely, if he imprisoned in any country for 2 years, means definitely he is not a good citizen with respect to Indian Constitution. So definitely registrations and all citizenship will be what? Invalid. Citizen has been ordinarily resident out of India for 7 years continuously. If any persons ordinarily, this is very important. Ordinarily means what? Suppose somebody is going from India to USA, UK, and also they need to have genuine reason, right? So why you are going, for which purpose you are going, why you are going to give service to foreign countries, you must have reason, right? If you are going for any business prospects, you must need to show that nothing but due to this reason, for this much duration, I am going to go to that with the please issue visa for doing that job prospects to another country. Suppose somebody is going for that tourist purpose, traveling purpose, means what, they are having proper reason that why you are going and for how many days you are going. But ordinarily somebody stayed in another country for 7 years, means definitely he must get citizenship of that country where they are staying, and they are forced to lose their what, Indian citizenship. It is how much, for 7 years continuously need to stay in another country, right? Next, they are talking about single citizenship. Indian constitution is federal, right? And envisages a dual polity, right? Dual polity means center and state. Indian constitution provides single citizenship, right? The citizen of India allegiance only to the union. Citizens of India allegiance only to the union. There is no separate citizenship. Other federal state like USA and Switzerland, on the other hand, adopted system of double citizenship, right? This is very, very important. Double citizenship. What is double citizenship? Double citizenship means, just imagine, suppose in India, suppose I am taking my home state Bihar, right? So I am belonging to Bihar as well as India, right? So is it compulsory to have two citizenship of Bihar as well as India, means national as well as state citizenship? No, right? It's not like that. If I am switching from Bihar to another state, just like right now I am staying in Delhi, so from Bihar to Delhi I switched. So the thing is that what? Delhi they demanded, show me citizenship of Bihar. No. Suppose switch to another state, they will not demand, they will never demand. Why? Because our Indian constitutions follow only one citizenship, and each and every citizen is bonded to follow naturally to the Union of India, right? You are bonded to central government for central citizenship, not that state-wise citizenship, right? But in USA and Switzerland it is being followed, right? One person staying in one state of USA means they must have citizenship of a state also, and if any person is staying in USA means they must have central citizenship also. If anybody is switching from one state to another state in USA means they need to change their state citizenship also, right? In same thing happens in Switzerland also. But in India it doesn't matter, in whatever state you are staying you can get citizenship. But it's not like that what in USA that from one state to another state they can't do job, right? No, it's not like that. They can do job, but for they will have only one state citizenship, okay, and one union, that union citizen, that is called double citizenship. It's in USA as well as what, Switzerland. USA each person's not only, these already I discussed, right? These already I discussed this paragraph, okay. Parliament under this they are talking. Parliament under Article 16 can prescribe residence within a state, can prescribe residence within a state or union territory as a condition for certain employments, right? Certain employments they are talking about, or appointments in that state or union territory or local authority or other authority within that state or union territory. Accordingly, the Parliament enacted the Public Employment right, public requirement employment, that requirement as to resident Act 1957 they are talking about. Article 16 tells that Parliament can prescribe residence within state or union territory as a condition for certain employment or appointments in state or union territory or local authority or other authority within state or union territory according to Parliament enacted the Public Employment Act 1957 and thereby authorized and Government of India to prescribe residential qualification only for appointment to non-gazetted post in Andhra Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura. That what they are talking about. This act expired in 1974. There is no such provision for any state except Andhra Pradesh. Right. Article 15 tells, under Article 15, Constitution prohibits discrimination against any citizen. Prohibit discrimination against any citizen on the ground of race, religion, caste, place of birth. Right. We can't say we don't have right that you are belonging to Andhra, so you are Andhrelu. You can't say you are belonging to Bihar, so you are Bihari. Right. It's what? It's discrimination against what? Place of birth. You can't say, hey, you are female, you are male, category wise. You can't say you are what? Racism. Racism is what? You are blackish, you are whitish. No, it's not like that. You don't have right to do racism. In what? India, you can't say you are ST, you are SC. So you don't sit and take food along with me. I am general. So that is in behalf of that. Casteism, sexism, you can't categorize India on the behalf of male and female category. Place of birth, already I discussed, right, not on the ground of residence. This means that state can provide special benefits or given preference to its residents in manner that do not come within the preview of rights given by Constitution to Indian citizens. For example, a state may offer concession in fees for education to its residents. State may offer concession fees for education to its actually, right? Educational right also says in India that nothing but everybody must be educated. So if you are doing some forced labor from that child labor, right? So government may punish also. So be noticed before that nothing but 18 years, right? Before adult, if anybody, children means he is having right. Government as constitution has given right to what? Right to education. So they must be followed, and it's our duty to not allow that what child, do not waste childhood of any small children. Be focused for that. Government and government schools are there. Please, if see any cases, ask those children to study, take admission in government schools, take benefit, be educated and be good citizen of India. Freedom of movement of resident, right? So free movement and resident under Article 19. Article 19 says that nothing but first of all I am discussing Article 16 says what? Article 16 says that residence within the state or union territory. Anybody can have residence in any places, right? It's not like that from Bihar I can't go to Madhya Pradesh, right? I can build houses there also, right? Article 15 says what? Article 15 says that Constitution prohibits racism, casteism, sex, place of birth. Now Article 19 tells what? That free to move from one place to another place. You can build house any place, any state in the country, right? Means having all citizens having right of outsider to enter the any states, reside and settle in tribal areas. This is very important. Article 19 going to say that what? Article 19 is going to say what? Article 19 going to say? The Article 19 is going to say what? Article 19 going to say that freedom of movement and resident. Freedom of movement and resident. What Article 15 is going to say that what? It prohibits discrimination against any citizen on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth. What Article 16 says? Article 16 says that everybody should have one resident with respect to what? union as well as states, right? Within a state, obviously within a state means automatically it's going to be considered under union, right? So thing is that what this thing very very important. Got it? Article 19, right? And just imagine that nearby to Bihar some Jharkhand is there, right? Jharkhand, that tribals you will see. So you thought of purchasing land in Jharkhand, Ranchi, right? Tribal area. You can't. Why? Because those places what's happened that you can't purchase. Even tribals are ready to sell to the general person. They can't, because we don't have right to purchase land from tribes. So those people, useless people, what they do, that they have connection with tribals. One tribals can sell their land to tribals only. Constitution provide that special provision to those tribals that protect the what distinctive culture, language, customs and manners of scheduled tribes, to safeguard their traditional vocations and property against exploitations. Nobody can violate this rule, right? Because if anybody is going to violate, means automatically they will be punished constitutionally, right? So think that what Jammu Kashmir, especially Jammu Kashmir, is what you can think that you are staying in separate country in India, because Jammu and Kashmir, India as well as what Pakistan, both of them are fighting from long years, right? Till partitions, till now, from partition till now we are fighting, right? Actually Jammu Kashmir, they do not follow this, what they are having, right? Constitution has given them right. You want to follow Supreme Court or not, no problem. You need to follow national anthem or not, no problem. You need to follow that what anything. That's the thing. For those things only, that is a loophole in our constitutions. They are taking what negative benefits of that Jammu Kashmir people, and keep some. Actually it's very bad. They shouldn't, right? Even Jammu Kashmir people are citizens of India, right? They are having citizenship of India also in Jammu and Kashmir also. So you can say that they are having dual citizenship, not other states, right? A state legislature is empowered to define the person who are permanent resident of the state, and confer any special right, privilege in the state government as well as central government also. Means whomsoever taken birth in Jammu Kashmir, they are having lots of provisions and lots of facilities, right? But their life is risky, na? So don't pray God to take birth in Jammu Kashmir, because it's always volatile. It's always war zone is there, na? LOC is there. So Constitution of India, like Canada has introduced a system of single citizenship and provided uniform right except for few cases. People of India, to promote feeling of fraternity and unity among them, and to build an integrated Indian nation. Despite this, India has been witnessing the communal riots, class conflicts, caste wars, linguistic clashes, ethnic disputes, and the cherished goal of the founding fathers and constitution makers to build united and integrated Indian nation, right? Here they have given some element of comparison between PIO, means any person of Indian origin, and any person outside India, OCI, overseas citizen of India, OCI. That actually first question they have given, who is PIO, who is person of Indian origin card holder, right? So who will have PIO, right? Just think. Person of Indian origin. A person registered as PIO card holder under Ministry of Home Affairs scheme 1908-2002, means in 2002 citizenship card issued to Indian origin. Simply, who issues? Ministry of Home Affairs, right? Home Ministry department will issue citizenship to person of Indian origin. OCI, from 2nd December 2005, that OCI scheme came into operation, under which act? Citizenship Act 1955. Who is eligible to PIO? Person of Indian origin. Any person who at any time held Indian passport. So Indian passport gets citizenship PIO, right? So the thing is that if father, mother, any grandparent is having some born in India, that is staying Indian permanently, you can take that reference under which act? That Government of India Act, and that nothing but you can take benefit of that, and you can get that what? It is Indian citizenship. But the thing is that grandfather and all, this would not be citizenship of Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, in previous days also Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, etc. Right? This would be a spouse of child citizen of India or a person of Indian origin, PIO. Same thing they have given OCI. Any foreigner can get, but the thing condition is there that foreigner who wished, he must be eligible, right? So where? From 26 January 1950 they must be eligible, was eligible to become citizen of India, must be eligible, and must was citizen of India on any time after 26 January 1950. Only that person going to get OCI card, right? And any person belong to territory that become part of India after 15th August 1947, if his or her children and grandchildren, if any minor children of such person, however, if the applicant have ever been citizens of Pakistan, Bangladesh, he will not be eligible of getting OCI. These are many things. There are some elements are there. This what is the fees, how much, which nationals are eligible. These all total 10 questions they have discussed. 10 questions along with some article discussions from 5 to 11, right? So in next video, that what I am going to discuss these 10 points of element of comparison between PIO and what? PIO and OCI, overseas citizen of India, along with summary of full chapter you are going to get as a revision part, citizenship, and then our citizenship chapter will get completed, right? So stay focused, stay tuned for getting more videos. And one request from my side, please subscribe my channel. Please subscribe my channel EduSphere for getting more videos. Press the bell icon visible to you, that you can get instant notification for this new videos, upcoming videos, right? And as well as that, definitely that I will assure that you will enjoy Polity, because I am teaching you at my best level. Please subscribe. I need more subscriber for this Polity for IAS, as well as please subscribe the EduSphere channel and spread the world of educations. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. See you in the next video. Bye bye.